Hey guys, in today's video we're going to be loading the 338 Lapua. We've shot this particular load out to 1 mile, and our goal this coming summer is to shoot out to 2,000 yards. So we're going to show you our loading process start to finish, kind of go through the products that we're using, the Lapua brass, federal primers, Bertumbo powder, and Hornady ELD matched bullets.
Yeah, this is the exact same load that I used this last summer to shoot this group at 1 mile. Now, if you'd like to watch the video for this group, you can click the link below. Alright, this brass has already been cleaned. We're going to go ahead and use this universal decapping die to remove the primers, and then we're going to move on to the annealing machine. Alright, so we've got all the primers out. We're going to go ahead and head out to the bench source machine and get these annealed.
So this is our bench source Vertex annealing machine that we're going to be using today. We've had real good luck with this thing. It's got it hooked up to a little propane canister there, so we don't have to monkey around with the small bottles. But anyway, we can get this thing fired up and let Aaron get his brass annealed. Okay, so we got a good anneal on the brass. This stuff has been loaded, I believe this is 4 times. This will be the 5th loading, so we're going to go ahead and full length size the brass this time. So for most loadings, we would normally just use the RCBS neck bushing die and then the Redding body die to bump the shoulder back a couple of thousandths. Like I said, these have been loaded 4 or 5 times, so we're going to go ahead and full length size them today.
Alright, so we're done annealing the brass. Everything turned out real nice. We're going to be using the unique case lube today to make sure we have plenty on the outside of the case and just a little bit on the inside to help with the expander ball.
On a side note, these are some of the first rounds being loaded on my new Lyman All-American 8 turret press. I've been really happy with this thing so far. Alright, all this brass has been full length sized. Let's go run it in the tumbler for a bit and get the lube off the cases. So I'm running 86.5 grains of Bertumbo behind the 285 grain Hornady ELD in Lapua brass with federal primers. I'm getting right at 2,700 feet per second, and where we shoot over on the more central part of our state, we're at about 4,500 foot elevation, and this bullet's staying supersonic out past 2,000 yards. So.
Yeah, last year we both ran a ladder test. We have matching rifles, and both of them really came out with the exact same node, right at 2,700 feet per second. That's what it seemed to like for that 285 grain bullet. So
we're kind of in a mid-range with that 86.5 grains. I know the book says you can go up to 92, 93 grains. I just don't see the need for it. I have the speed that I want with the accuracy, real low standard deviations and extreme spreads. And anything else from there, to me, just seems like a waste of components and just excess wear on the throat of the rifle.
Yeah, saving brass life is important.
Yeah.
That brass is so expensive. I'd much rather get a few extra shots out of that brass than to ramp it up.
$3 a piece. I'd rather, yeah, save the brass.
Save the brass.
Save the brass. So right here we have 3 different 338 caliber bullets that we have tested over the last couple of years. We've got the Berger 300 grain hybrid OMT tacticals, the 300 grain Nosler custom competitions, and the 285 grain Hornady ELD match. Both the Berger and the Nosler bullets have open tip jacketed hollow points, and you can see that they're real inconsistent on the tips, which is, I suppose, why they sell me-plat trimmers. But the heat shield tips on the ELDs, boy, these things they're very consistent, real nice, and we've just had better luck at distance with these bullets.
So the primer pockets on these have already been cut and squared. We're just going to go ahead and clean these up, make sure they're nice and clean for the next loading. Alright, so we got the primer pockets cleaned, and we're just priming these up with some Federal 215s. And by golly, that's what I'm doing.
So when we get around to seating the bullets today, we're going to be using the Forester Ultra Micrometer seating die. I love these things. I have several of them for different calibers, but let's go ahead and get this guy set up in the turret. This die has a spring-loaded sleeve in it. It keeps the case and the bullet perfectly aligned when you're seating bullets, and it makes drops your run out down to almost nothing. These are way better than your just conventional seating dies. They're a little on the pricey side, but you know, you get what you pay for. So to set this die, what you want to do, let's go ahead and loosen this lock ring, because you want to screw this die in until it completely compresses the sleeve all the way until it stops, and then you want to back the die out at least one full turn and then set the lock ring. You never want to have that fully compressed while you're seating bullets. You can break the die. I'll show you exactly how to set this die, but the gist of it is pretty simple. You loosen this top nut right here and you run your screw out, and this is your real coarse adjustment. You can get the bullet overall length real close with that, and then you obviously have a real fine micrometer set right here to where you can seat the bullet down into half-thousandth increments.
Okay, we're looking for 2.965 for my overall length based off the ogive. So we're going to need to use the coarse adjustment here. Set the stem down a little bit further. See where we go to. Yep. I need to go deeper. Okay guys, here are the finished rounds. This spring and summer, hopefully we'll find a good location to shoot 1 mile and beyond, so stay tuned for future videos.